G'day and welcome to Duckzorly Gaming and another episode on Sosnovka Not Extreme, a map by Johnny Vee. Now, speaking of Johnny Vee, I got some very interesting information from Mr. Johnny Vee, or about Mr. Johnny Vee today. Now, we've got some new equipment to use on the map. Now, it's equipment that I sort of vowed that I would never ever use or touch again. Sort of privately, I didn't sort of publicly come out and use it. Now, the other day I saw Johnny Vee was using this piece of equipment on his live stream on this map, and I asked him about why was he using it, because it was basically didn't work properly and it was a bit of rubbish and all that sort of stuff. And he goes, "No, I really like it. No, it's really good." Da 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 da. So I thought, all right, no worries. Well, each to their own, I suppose. And I mean, he is a Victorian after all. What us Australians like to call a Mexican. And I'm not being racist or anything else like that. It's just the nickname we call our Victorian friends down south. Same as Americans have Mexico down south, and they have their Mexicans. But anyway, yeah. So I can't blame him for that. But anyway, I then found out today. Out the back of the hay farm, and just having a bit of a yarn to some friends of mine, and it turns out that the mod that he was using has been modified and fixed. So it's not the stock standard mod that everyone else has been using and that I sort of tested out and was going to do a mod review on and all that sort of stuff. So I then got given this said mod and have tested it out, and it's actually much better than what it was, because it now actually will work much better than it used to. So we've actually brought it onto the map, but I didn't want to start and show it off until I at least pulled up Johnny Vee and basically grabbed him by the short and curlies and let him know I'm onto him. I'm onto his tricks. So the next time we find him using a bit of a dodgy mod, I'm not going to ask Johnny Vee about what he thinks of it. I'm going to go and ask some other people whether they actually spent the time and fixed it for him before I ask Johnny Vee. So, Johnny Vee, you're on notice. Sunshine, stand by. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So, what's this mod? It is the True Abomination. No, it's not that stuff over there. It's the True Abomination. It is the Class Cougar 1400. Now, this is effectively another version of the Big M. This is a 5 mower deck monstrosity. I say monstrosity in the nicest possible term. Put out by Class. In real life, it does actually exist and it does work quite well. Now, I will say straight away, the textures and a lot of stuff on this model are not fantastic. Okay. We believe it's a carryover from possibly even as far back as Farming Simulator 11, but in any case, it now works. It's been modified and fixed up. I won't say who fixed it up. I'll leave that for Johnny to publicly come out and say that, because yeah, anyway. But it's got new tyres on it. It's got the standard Giants tyres on it, which look better than the other ones. And the scripts have all been fixed, so it actually works. So that's what we're going to use today. Alright? So we've put aside the Big M for the day. We've put aside our forage harvester. And we're going to give this a go. So anyway, something a bit different. Now, we've also just bought a new Class Arion 630 tractor. And along with that, we've bought a new Class, what's this one? Liner 4000 windrower. So we've gone and tried to keep the colour about the same. But unfortunately, the colour of this one looks more of a puke green more than a Class green. But anyway, so let's get it and get this done. Now, we're going to take a bit of a shortcut because we're just going to mow this grass field that's right next to us. So we're going to come over here and get it all done. So basically, with this unit here, we drive up to the field, but then be ready to reverse. Now, the reason being is when we unfold it, our cab turns around, faces the rear. Now, one of the big problems with this mod previously was you could not change the steering direction. So even though we're facing in reverse, for us to go forward, we had to go in reverse. And to go reverse, we had to go forward. And the same was with the steering wheel. So you had to be going in the... So it was just a pain. It didn't work. Where now it's been fixed. So if I go Control B, my driver goes away, comes back. And now I push forward, I go forward. If I push back, I go back. Okay? So that's fixed. It's lovely. Anyway, so let's get it up and running and give it a go. Now, actually, maybe I've already mowed. I better check. I think I may have mowed this one. It looks like I have. Yeah, I have. Okay, so we're going to pack it up. We're going to head down to the other grass field. So what's that? Grass 2, grass 3. Yeah, we'll head down there and we'll mow those ones. So I'll fold him up. Turn him round. We'll get the tractor and the mower to follow. And we'll use it. So, yeah, something a little bit different. Well, all over the place there. But different enough that we'll give it a go. It probably won't be a long time stable companion in my games. But as a bit of a shout out to Johnny Vee's dodginess, we will use it today. Alright. So there we go. Anyway, hope everyone is doing well. We are doing all fine and dandy. It is Saturday evening. We are... oh, pardon me. We are just doing this quick recording. Before we go live, we are doing another live stream tonight. Not sure what we're going to do as such as yet. But we'll most likely go live. And we're going live tomorrow morning, being Sunday the 27th. With a very special, spit it out, VIP guest. So we're looking forward to having that one done too. Alright. So head up here to grass 2, our field 2. And we'll see how this thing performs. So obviously it's wider than the Big M. When we get up here, I'll actually pull up the shop and show you the difference in the specs. It's a lot cheaper to buy than a Big M. That's one thing it has in its favour. But it certainly hasn't got the level of detail like that GtX mods, LS Mod Company put into the Big M's. Alright, so we'll pull the tractor to stop following. He's going to park there. I'll unfold him. Rotates the cab around, change our steering direction. Okay, so we're in full flight mode. Start him up. Okay, looks a bit better. And there we have it. Now I was going to bring up the shops, we'll do that now. So if I head over here to mowers. So there's the Class Cougar. So $75,000 to buy the Class Cougar. My 2017 edition, or the 2018 really, limited edition Duckzorly Big M. That's with the widespread functionality. That is $289,000 to buy. It has a 13.2 metre width. The Class Cougar has, well, it doesn't actually say. Let me have a look. I think it's about a 16 metre. We pull that up. 15 metres. So it's a 15 metre width. Okay. Pull the shot back up again. So yeah, so it's 15 metre width as opposed to 13.2. So you get an extra 2 metres, so basically an extra mower head. Pardon me, effectively. So yeah. Anyway. We shall continue on. Flower heads do jump about a bit, which is another thing that's not quite so good with this. Sometimes they bounce around and it's actually semi-realistic, but as you can see, that front left-hand one is going a bit la-la, so it's not perfect by any means. And that's what I mean. This is one of the details that was a bit lacking in the mod, and that's why I chose not to actually do a full-on mod review, because I didn't want to be purely negative on a mod. I'm not even going to say who the mod author is of this at the moment. I mean, if you want to go and find it, you can find it yourself. Be aware though, the one that's currently available is not this one. This is a privately fixed mod. It's not available for distribution, but I'm just sort of using it to sort of showcase the fact of what some people are able to do in fixing up other people's lack of detail or oversight or whatever it may be. But also just the fact of another piece of equipment that is available, but it's unfortunately not working as intended on the original launch of the mod. So that's quite effective. I mean, it does a nice wide path, gets it done nice and quick. Personally, I'd still rather use one of the big M's, whether it be the 2018 Duckzorly edition, the 2017 edition, or the 2017 standard edition with the extended hitch. But for something a little bit different, we'll use it just probably for today, and then and we'll put it back where it should belong, which won't be in our garage. So it does make pretty short work of it though, which is good. Anyway, if it was more cleanly done, like more detail, like the front end of it's just very bland. I mean, if it had the same attention to detail as what the authors did with the Class Xerion 4000, 5000 tractors, all that sort of stuff, then it would probably look fantastic. It really would. And then have the code that actually works, then you'd probably find it be a very popular mod, and my opinion of it would be a lot different. It's just I know what the current stock standard version of this is, and the unfortunate part of that is that means that the vast amount of people that may want to use it and would enjoy using it won't be able to. So, anyway, that's alright. Alright, so the last strip up through here, and we should be able to get this in one go. Maybe not quite. Close. Might leave it a little bit left behind. Yeah, that's all right. Seems good enough for government work. So what we'll do before we head up the road or down the road to the other field, we'll just quickly windrow it. Just pull him out of the way. Now see, he fold him up and he goes back in that position there. He was still going forward, which is actually reverse. Switch over driving controls and we're good to go. Now I'm stuck inside the bloody thing. See, that's what I mean. So it's not perfect by any means. Alright, now I've had this windrower as well for a long period of time, and I still to this day have not used it. So I mean, I don't see it being any different to many of the others that are available. So I would expect it would operate perfectly. But I just thought it was nice to keep the colours and the livery all similar. The greens, the reds and the whites. Yeah, that works fine. That outside line of grass we'll get separately when we come through, and we'll probably bale all this. Not really needing bales at the moment, But we'll see. We'll see what we do. I mean, I've got to use the grass in some way, shape or form, so it'll either be used as bales, or I'll just collect it all up and use it for the manufacture of silage, and then the manufacture of digestate, and then obviously from there the manufacture of fertiliser and fuel, and also manure. Yeah, this works fine. So this certainly is something that can be used again and again. Now I think I got this from one of the... This might have come from Mod Hoster. I'm not too sure. It's certainly not a Mod Hub, a Giants Mod Hub version. So now I have made a decision. I'm going to sort of copy our good friend, as I get caught up on the tree. I'm going to copy our good friend Jerry Grizzly Bear Sims in doing together a mods list. Now, while you may say that's a good idea, there is one caveat to that though. I'm going to do it for Farming Simulator 19 and onwards. Reason being is at the moment, because of the amount of mods I have and the fact that I don't know the links to where I got some of the mods and all that sort of stuff, I would spend more time actually trying to get that list finalised than what I would in actually getting it published. So it's really not worth it at the moment. I will, however, make sure that I've got it for Farming Simulator 19. I'm just in the midst of changing our website, the Duckzorly Gaming website, and I will make sure that I have a section on there that has all the mods listed when we go to Farming Simulator 19. So yes, I apologise, you're not going to get it yet, but you will get it for the next iteration of this wonderful game. That I can assure you. Alright, where are we at? 17 minutes in, that's alright. So we might get this field, we'll get this field complete, and we might almost get the other field as well. We'll at least get part of it done. Now I was going to see what the width of this one was. It's 12.7, so it's not as wide as the Cougar. So we can't just follow this behind and have it arrange it all for us. We haven't got any rain coming either, so that's okay. I hadn't even given that a thought at this point in time. Now when Johnny Vee updated the map to version 1.2, he changed some of the textures out, and the grass was one of the textures. And I did say to him, pretty much within a minute of coming into the game with the new map, that I wasn't sure of the grass. I wasn't a big fan of the new look. I don't mind it so much now. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I don't mind this look. Still not quite right. There's something to it I just don't like. But all in all, though, it's not that bad. It's better than generic Giants grass. I'll give it that. But yeah, and it's not the same unless someone wants to prove me wrong or correct me. I don't think it's the same texture as what Bullet Bills used on the West Coast, for instance. If it is, well, obviously I didn't take too much notice on the West Coast. But yeah, it's just not quite there. I don't know. There's something. You should notice too, actually, he's got the dynamic sky, so the sky actually does move. All the clouds and all that move on this iteration of the map. I probably haven't mentioned that since I've been back in. In fact, I don't know. This might be the first episode I've recorded since we did update the map, possibly. I can't remember. I've been remiss in remembering when we did come back into it. So it's quite likely this is the first bit of gameplay we've done on the new map, on camera anyway. Not that it makes much difference to you guys really, because the sky was the change. So if you have a look directly in front of us, you can see those clouds. They're moving past the poplar trees. That's one of the major changes. I don't know. Obviously, some of the textures have changed. So the grass texture, for instance, has changed. I can't remember what else he said he changed. There wasn't that much. Oh, he did fix. There was a problem with the cow manure, I think it was, but we hadn't come across that because we don't do cows. So yeah, I'm not sure what else there was, but anyway, it's still a fantastic map, and we're enjoying it immensely. So again, I do encourage you all, if you haven't already, head over to PCSG and download the map. The link is down below in the comments, so please head over there, download it, and then once you've downloaded it and you've had a bit of time on it, and if you enjoy it, then go back and make sure you leave a nice comment for Johnny, and rate his map for him. That'd be a wonderful thing to do. Alright, so we've done that. Now we'll head back over here and we'll grab the class Jaguar. Go here over the little maintenance road. So yeah, it's not a bad thing to use. Yes, like I said, it has things that aren't quite right on it. But now it's sort of been fixed up with the coding and switching of the driving controls. It's not too bad. So there you go. Not too bad at all. Something different. We don't mind using something a little bit different every now and again. I mean, that's why I brought up and made up the two abominations, the Mark 1 and the Mark 2. We may well just label this the Abomination Mark 3. Really, it is a mess of a vehicle. But anyway. Alright, so unfold him. And start it again. And off we go. There's not much grass left to mow actually. I think we've got a fair bit of it done again, but I will probably further that off camera, do a little bit more. We're just waiting on our sugar beets now to come into harvest, and then that's it for the first year of production effectively, although we're still yeah, we're still going to get through to through autumn. Oh, this is terrible, I kept on yawning. Just something different. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be interesting, but we'll see how we go. It means I should be able to get at least another 1 or 2 cuts of grass, so it means we still get a lot more production stuff done. As I was saying in one of the previous videos, most of our production stuff now is just going to be sold off because, as you can see, the mold flipped around. Purely because we've got more than enough production stored up. We're not going to need that much, and we're producing it hand over fist. So what we are going to do is just start selling it. So we'll be selling our liquid fertilizer, selling our solid fertilizer, selling our fuel. So we should start making a bit more money, and what we'll do with that is we'll probably look at investing into some more sheep, which will mean effectively we've got 3 maps that are running just primarily sheep. That's okay, I don't mind just running the sheep. The cows and the pigs particularly don't do anything for me. We don't really make anything from the pigs. don't think they're. I think Farmer Klein's mentioned a few times they're nowhere near as profitable. All that sort of stuff. But we, yeah, I just don't enjoy the cows and don't enjoy the pigs. I do enjoy the sheep. So again, it's a game. We do it to enjoy it, so we'll do what we enjoy. So that's the way we'll run it. So we're at 25 minutes. So what I will do is I'll start signing off now because it's getting closer to when I'm going to be streaming, so I need to go set up for that. And we'll be a little bit longer here yet with the finishing of the mowing, and then also with the windrowing. And then we're going to come back and bale it, which will be in the next episode. So until then, thank you very much for joining us here at Duckzorly Gaming on this wonderful map, Sosnovka Not Extreme. Again, downloadable from PCSG. The link is down below in the comments, so please head over there, grab the map, have a look at it. Leave Johnny Vee a remark back at PCSG and rate it for him, and really enjoy the map. It is wonderful. GtX Andy has done a lot of work in here. It's got a lot of Stevie's production scripts and buildings that in here. So it is a good map, very enjoyable to play, and very easy to play. So I certainly recommend it. One of my favourite maps from Farming Simulator 17 in the end. Anyway, so apart from that, please don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. We would do appreciate it. Join us along for our virtual farming journey, and also for the journey we have in any of our other games we're playing. Also, we have signed up for Patreon, so if you wish to be a subscriber of the channel, which enables you to have extra access, particularly to things like live streaming channels, audio channel. You can come and join us on Discord as we're live streaming, and things like that, which generally is only going to be available for VIP, so very important guests, or for instance my compatriots over at Simulation Gaming Society, being Eustace Pharmer and Grizzly Sims. And I urge you all to head over there and check out and join us at Simulation Gaming Society as well, with the links also down below. And finally, please consider pressing the like button. If you want to press the dislike button, that's fine, you can do that too, but we don't really want you to. But anyway, that's just the way it is. That's fine, I understand. So apart from that, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, no matter where you are in the world. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you back here on Sosnovka Not Extreme sometime very, very soon. Thanks very much for watching. See you later.